y'all, it's your girl Nye and I'm back with another video. So I want to say that I am 21. I know that's not like expecting at 13 or 14, but I feel like 21 is still kind of young to have a kid. Not too young. I wouldn't judge anybody that's 21 having a kid. I feel like you're grown enough but still young, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of like 50-50. So I want to say, if you're going through the same thing with like young pregnancies and you're scared or nervous, it is extremely normal to feel that way. Trust and believe me, because when I be domestic, I was like especially if this is your first time like being a parent, or you just recently found out. Yeah, it gets better. Trust me, it gets better. Like the nerves, they get better.
Y'all picked a long time.
Okay, sorry about that. I don't know if y'all heard the squeaking in the background, but that was my mice. She was just running on the wheel and it was squeaking, so I took it out. But if you are sexually active and you think that pregnancy will just somehow skip you, or it just won't happen to you, or not phase you, or your pulling out game is A1, honey, do I have some news for you? And don't shoot the messenger, don't shoot that man in the middle, but you can get pregnant. So always stay protected and never lay down with somebody that you can't see raising your child or helping you raise your child, because you can get pregnant. Okay, so the first question was, what made me think I was pregnant? So I didn't really think I was pregnant. I knew something felt off, but I never imagined it was pregnancy. I was eating a lot more like bready foods or noodly foods, like way more than I typically would. Normally I eat like a little bird and I just pick at stuff, eat like 1 or 2 things off my plate or off Chris's plate. But I was like devouring plates. Like I was like, you want that? Cause I do. And I was just, more rolls? Hello waiter, yeah, can we get more rolls on this table? Like I was eating, and it was amazing. Another thing is, I was like using the restroom a lot during the night, and I would wake up like 1 or 4 times at night to go pee, and I've never done that before. Like I sleep through the night, so I was just like, why am I peeing so much? Especially at nighttime, I was just like, what in the world? So the first thing that happened was I was at work and it was kind of during my break. So I decided that I was gonna lay down on my desk, which I always do, and I kind of always lay down with my stomach between my legs, and the desk was about like this low, so I had to lay down like a distance. So what ended up happening was, when I laid down, something was hard in my lower stomach, like underneath my belly button area, and I like popped back up, and I was like, whoa, what was that? After that happened, I never really thought about it again. I was just like, you know, maybe I ate too much, maybe I gotta go to the bathroom. And it was never like a thought like, oh, maybe you should take a pregnancy test. So that was the first thing that happened that kind of like bottled the boat. Another thing that started happening was my stomach started to get a little hard in my chest area. My girls, they started getting sore, and I was just like, what's wrong? Like, what's going on? So that kind of made me worry a little bit more than anything else, and I was like, nope, not me. So I did get my period that month that I found out, which is why I wasn't like questioning pregnancy, or if pregnancy was what was causing all these things. Now, my periods were irregular because I was on the birth control shot, and I just got off, I want to say 2018 in October, and I didn't get my period back until so I want to say I didn't get my period back until May, around my birthday. It was either May or April of 2019. So it faded away 2018 and it came back 2019, but it wasn't really heavy. It was like kind of spotting at first. and then they become like regular periods, but they were like maybe 3 days, 4 days. So it was just like, So I really didn't trip about it, because that is one of the symptoms after you get off birth control, the shot, or maybe any birth control, that, you know, your period doesn't automatically just come right back, and it has to like take some time. Why did I just do that? But it has to take some time to come back to you. So I wasn't really tripping over irregular periods or it being so light. I did find out I was pregnant in August. So my July's period was a normal flow, and then my August was spotting for like 2 to 3 days. Again, I didn't really think anything of it because it was normal for me to have irregular periods. The next question is, when did I find out? So I found out when I was 6 weeks pregnant. I am currently 25 weeks pregnant. How did I find out? Okay, so how I found out was normal. I peed on a stick and the stick had 2 lines. But no, okay. So the day of Chris's birthday, which is September 6th, I wanted to take a test, and if it came back positive, I wanted to be like, happy birthday, because I'm a mean person. And karma came back and it made me clear in my ass cheek because my baby is due on my birthday. So yeah, I wanted to tell him on the day of his birthday, but I ended up having to wait because I couldn't get my hands on a pregnancy test until the day after. On Chris's birthday, I didn't smoke or drink, which I put in his birthday vlog, because I was already thinking like, maybe it is possible. I wasn't all the way 100, but I was like, if the smallest chance that it is possible, I'm not gonna drink nor smoke. And not that I usually do drink or smoke. I'm not really a drinker or a smoker, except for like maybe going out, holidays, like New Year's or birthdays. So it was his birthday, so people did expect me to like take a shot at least, you know, get a little turnt, but I was like, no, I can't. I get tested at work, like stuff like that. So in the video, I don't know if you guys saw the birthday vlog. I think it was part 2 of Chris's birthday. I did have poison ivy. Well, it wasn't poison ivy, it's actually a spider bite, but I thought it was poison ivy. And one of my, let's just say my Virginia mom, she's not really my mom, but she acts like my mom. She was coming over to the house to take a look at it because she's a nurse, and I wanted to make sure it wasn't something too bad. So when she was coming to the house, I told her to bring me a pregnancy test because she had pregnancy tests from work, so they were free. So basically, I just had to wait for her to come to the house. So she gave me the test, and I peed on the first one, and the line, like one of the lines just shot clear through. Didn't even take 2 minutes. Like I didn't even pull up my pants yet before the line shot clear through. So I looked at it and I was like, oh, and I was relieved. But then she was looking at it, she was like, wait. And I was like, what do you mean, wait? So I grabbed the test and I'm looking at it, and it's like the line, the other line was coming through. Like you could see it. It was very light, but it was like slowly making its way. Oh my gosh. My heart was like, yo, if you don't stop, if you don't you need to decolor her right now. You need to go back to clear. Like you couldn't even tell me that that test was not false positive. And I was like, where's the other one? Let me pee on the other one with fresh pee. Something happened. The test is fake. I'm being pranked. No. So I peed on the test and the same thing happened. Line was dark, and then the other one was like, you can't forget about me, and that line popped up too. So I looked at Sherry like, what am I gonna do with the baby? And she was like, you're gonna have it. I was like, of course I'm gonna have it, but what am I gonna do with it after that point? Like I was so shocked. In my head I was just like, yo, there's a baby. Like what? No. What? Like you cannot. Whoa, I was like, whoa. And then I was like, whoa, what am I going to tell Chris? And I was like, whoa, what am I going to tell Chris's mom? So I ended up going to the hospital for my poison ivy because I was like, now that I am pregnant, if this is a spider bite or something bad, I don't want it traveling through my blood and then going to the baby. So I ended up going to the hospital. I went to the day after that, just the VCU hospital. Terrible hospital, no one can go there. Oh. Terrible hospital, don't go there. So when I got to the hospital, of course they had to draw blood to make sure there was nothing in my blood. So I was sitting in the room They drew my blood. They told me to go back in the waiting room, and I went back. I was with Chris. Then next thing you know, they're like, Nyeesha Holley, come back in here. So that's my name, Nyeesha Holley. So I went back in the room, and the doctor came in. Well, not the doctor. One of the other nurses. Maybe she might have been a doctor. I don't know. She was wearing something different. But she sat me down, and she was like, congratulations. And I'm like, on what? Because I totally forgot. Like, I was like, on what? She was like, you're pregnant. I was like, oh, yeah. I found that out today, too. So she was like, when you go to the doctors, you have to tell people that you're pregnant, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, I just found out today. Give me a break. So once they found out that I was pregnant, it literally took a turn. Like, it wasn't even about my poison ivy or my spider bite no more. It was all about the baby. They did do a test. They found that it was a spider bite. They didn't know what kind of spider. So it was like, they put me on antibiotics to get rid of it. That was about it. And then from that point on, it was like all about the baby. So VCU is a learning hospital. So one of the one of the doctors that came in, I guess, was still learning. I didn't know this information though. So they had to make sure the baby was okay. So they had to do
ultrasound.
And basically, when she pulled it up, she was like, she can't find it, and it's a ectopic pregnancy. I don't know if that's how you say the word. I'm terrible at pronouncing stuff. I'll put the word somewhere on the screen. Can anybody else eat cheese like this? Because I can eat cheese straight. Y'all, if you drink Yoo-hoo, bro, you drink Yoo-hoo and you drink like half of it, fill the other half with regular white milk. Thank me later. Make sure you shake it though. Like, so you drink it to half, fill it with milk. Mind you, you're getting a whole nother bottle. Shake it up, drink it. It tastes amazing. And then come back to this video, tell me you did it in the comments below, and thank me because I know it tastes good. So I most definitely had to take a cheese and Yoo-hoo break because my video stopped recording and I was mad. I don't know if that's how you say the word. I'm terrible at pronouncing stuff. I'll put the word somewhere on the screen. So that type of pregnancy is basically when you have a fertilized egg and it attaches to the outside of your uterus. So obviously, baby can't survive there, but in some cases, the baby does survive there, and they have to do surgery to remove it because if the baby grows, it messes up a whole bunch of stuff for you, and then you can bleed out and possibly die. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. So then, after she told me that, she said that she was wrong and that she ended up finding it, or finding the sack, but the sack was empty. So at this point, I'm just like, baby girl, do better. Like, you're telling me I'm pregnant, then you're telling me I'm not, then you're telling me I am, but it's not gonna live. Now you're telling me you're finding the sack that the baby's supposed to be in, but the baby's not in it. Like, I was just like, at this point, I was like, yo, I need to know which one is it. Like, get a real doctor in here or something. Like, I support you in your teachings. I support your learnings. I support you learning, yes, but you're playing with my emotions. You're playing games with me, and I can't play games right now. Like, this is serious. At this point, I wasn't excited that I was having a baby. I didn't believe I was having a baby. Like, yeah, I took the test. Yeah, both of them came back positive. Yeah, the doctors drew my blood and they said it was positive. Yeah, you're looking at the sack that the baby's supposed to be in, but you're saying baby's not there. So at this point, I wasn't really like upset about it. It wasn't devastating. Like, it wasn't like, oh man. I was just like, see, I told you I wasn't pregnant. I knew it. See, then the actual doctor came in, and as soon as he came in, looked at the screen, he was like, look, it's right there. The baby's right there. There's the egg yolk. Everything's fine. Blah 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 blah. Then he was like, wait. It looks like there's 2 in there. And I was like, 2 what? 2 what? 2 what? What are you talking about? 2 babies? No. It's barely 1 in there. It's not 2. Like, now you're telling me I'm having twins. She was just telling me I wasn't pregnant. So are you telling me I am and there's 2 in there? After that, I was like, F it. I went to a real doctor for real pregnancies, and they did a test. The first day they didn't want to do an ultrasound because I already did an ultrasound, and she was like, she doesn't want to stress me out. So I had to wait until my next appointment. After my next appointment, they showed me him. He was about the size of a rice grain. No, actually he was smaller, and they showed me his little heart beating, and I was like, oh my gosh. his baby, and it's my baby, and it's in there, and his heart is beating, and he's alive. And it didn't become 100% real to me because it didn't look like a baby. Because like I said, he was smaller than a rice grain. So I was just like 25% was like, dang, this is real. But yeah, I was still super emotional. Like I was like, oh my god, my baby, he's in there. How cute. So I'll play the video of what I'm talking about right now. Right here is gonna be where the heart is. So the heart is beating right here. That's pretty cool.
Hi, my little baby.
So there's one.
It's one.
Yes. Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Hi. That's your little piece of rice.
The next question is, who was the first person that knew? So obviously the first person who knew was Sherry because she was in the bathroom watching me pee on the stakes. Okay, she didn't watch me like girl pee, but she was in the bathroom while I was peeing, and she's the first person that I gave because I couldn't even look at it. So she knew I was pregnant before I knew I was pregnant. And then of course the second person I told was Chris. Chris had just got done smoking literally, so he was freshly high, and I was like, hey, you're gonna be a daddy. So he was in the bathroom like shook. Another thing about Chris is he's not really a people person. He's more like a to a self person. So the fact that I told him with somebody else in the bathroom kind of messed him up too, and you couldn't really see his real expression. So it looks like he doesn't care in the video, or he was unhappy, but he wasn't. He just didn't know. He was shook. Like I was shook. Like I'm more happy in the video because I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna have a kid. Like, oh my gosh, so cute. But he shook, like he just shook. And I'm gonna play that clip now.
Say something. Oh my goodness.
What'd you say you
Are
said?
you mad?
No.
Are you happy?
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. In shock.
When I get to keep my baby. The baby gonna be with me all the time. I'm sorry. Tell your dad and your mom I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Your mama gonna kill us.
She can kill me.
She gonna kill you now.
Yeah, you up for the chop block.
Yes. Happy birthday.
I was trying to do it yesterday.
Happy birthday,
But I didn't go to
daddy.
the store.
Look,
Yes.
I didn't even want to leave
he's
yesterday.
not a zaddy anymore. He's a daddy.
Whose reaction was I worried about the most? So I was worried the most about my grandma's reaction just because my grandma is my favorite person in the world. That's my person. So I was more not worried about her reaction, but more worried about how she would feel about me being pregnant. Would she be happy with me or upset with me or anything like that? When I was younger, me and my grandma made a deal that I would wait until I was at least 18 to have any baby. So she was pretty happy that I'm 21 and that I'm gonna be 22 when I give birth to him because he's due on my due date. He's due on my birthday, so I'm gonna be at least around age 22. So she was just happy that I completed school and that I was older than 18. Who was I most scared to tell? Okay, so I wasn't scared to tell my side of the family because I was just like, if they're mad, they're mad. What can you do about it now? I want to say I really don't talk to a lot of people in my family as much as I feel like other families do. So their opinions really wasn't dawning on me. Like they wasn't going to make me not sleep at night. So I really wasn't worried about that. Like I said, the only person I was worried about was my grandma. I was more afraid to tell Chris's side of the family, Chris's family more than my side. Literally my side was happy about it. My dad's biggest worry was I made him a grandpa before he turned 40. But Chris's side wasn't the happiest about it, as to be expected. But yeah, they weren't really the happiest. They were more concerned. Obviously, they're his family. That's families do. They concern over things like this. It was the basic talk, like, you know, you got to get your life together. I feel like or some people kind of thought we were a little bit too young, which, like I said in the beginning, I kind of feel like the same thing. I feel like we're old enough, but not, young too. I don't know how to explain it. And basically that we had to get our ducks in a row because, you know, we don't have that right now. Do I have any regrets? So I don't have any regrets about my baby. I don't have any regrets about his gender. I did want a little girl because I wanted Chris's first child to be a little girl, just because I felt like the bond that she would have to him would just been so cute. As for his first child, just to see how much they really love you, because I don't really think Chris has been around kids like that, so he doesn't really know. And I just felt like a little girl would really have just like threw him over the line. So I wanted a girl for him and a boy for me. So when I found out I was having a boy, I was very happy that I was having a boy, because he was going to be my little ride or die, and he was going to be my little sidekick, mama's boy. But yes, I don't regret him. I don't regret his gender. I don't regret the person I had him with. I think that Chris is going to be an amazing father, and I feel like he takes care of me so well. He's going to take care of his own child just as well. I don't regret the timing. Yeah, I don't have any regrets. Another reason I don't regret my baby is because my biggest fear in life was someone telling me that I wouldn't be able to have kids. And having kids was always so important to me. I wanted to have like a kid when I was like 15. I know that's like, whoa, but I didn't do it. I was like, no, we're gonna wait. But kids have always been in like my future picture. Like whenever I think about my future, there's always a kid or two in it with a couple of dogs. So I honestly didn't even think I could have kids for the longest. I wouldn't say I was planning on having a kid, but I also wasn't doing anything to prevent having a kid. Between my latex allergy and birth control being a little bit more on the expensive side if you don't have insurance, I wasn't really doing anything to prevent it. So because it never showed itself, and I'll talk about pregnancy, because pregnancy never really happened to me, I was like, if I could have kids, I would have by now. So I was hoping it wasn't true, but I was like, I don't think I can have some, because if I was able to, why wouldn't I have some how long ago? So I was kind of like, if I could have kids, I would have by now. So since pregnancy was a no-call, no-show, I was just like, yeah, I don't think I can have any kids. So I really didn't do anything extra to protect myself from having kids, like scrapping up. Let's just say there was a lot of club shootings. So yeah, y'all watch Christopher's 21st birthday vlog, you'll hear Davon say he was shooting the club up. If you're smart, you'll catch on and understand what shooting the club up means. But yeah, so I was like, you know. So back to the topic, the question at hand. No, I don't regret anything. I feel like if God thought we couldn't handle it, he would have never put him into our lives. And I feel like this is the motivation we need to get our ducks in a row. When did it become real to me? So it became real to me when I found out I was having a baby boy. I was calling the baby it my whole pregnancy before I found out the gender. So now the it becoming a him, it just made it more real for me. He had a name now. I knew what to call him. I knew to buy him blue stuff. I knew how to decorate the nursery. It was just a whole new ball game from that point on, because he was like his own little person now. I'm not gonna say his name on my YouTube channel. His name is on my social medias, but I might think about removing them since my family already knows. But I want to do like a revealing his name when I do the introduction video when I give birth to him. So look out for that video and stick around. But yeah, so when I felt him moving around every day, I feel him moving around every day. He is very active. That made it even more real to me. When I first heard his heartbeat, it wasn't as real. I was very emotional, but I only heard it for like 3 seconds because she couldn't really find it. And then when she found it, she lost it and couldn't find it again. It was just like a heartbeat. Like I hear heartbeats all the time, so I don't know, it didn't register. Like it was my baby's heartbeat, but I don't know, when I heard his heartbeat and saw him moving at the same time I was seeing him and hearing him, that's when it was like really real for me. I was like, oh, that's my baby. Like he's moving, his heart is beating, I can hear it. Oh, actually, hold on. This is his heartbeat in a little stuffed animal. I think it's so cute. Anyway, so when I heard his heartbeat and saw him moving around, that's when it became real to me. Like he was moving his arms, he was moving his back, he was wiggling his little feet, he was pumping his fist, he was sucking on his thumb. He was just so active, and I was like, yep, that's my baby right there. Then another thing that sent it over the line that made it become as real as it's going to become is I have a friend, and she was only a month older than I was. Do you see older? Whatever. She's only a month before me, ahead of me. She was only a month ahead of me, and she gave birth early, and I saw her baby, and I was like, whoa, you just had a baby. Like that came out of you. Like he came out of you. Like I just saw him in you, and now he's here on earth, not in your stomach anymore. And then when I was thinking all that, then it like clicked in my head, and I was like, whoa, that means it's one in me. There's baby in me. That means I'm next. This one in here is gonna come out of me. Like that one came out of you. And that's when it became like as real as it's gonna get for me. Of course, until I give birth to him. You're just very rude. You're just very rude. Get out my video. Anyway, that is my baby. So, like I was saying, that's as real as it's gonna get for me until I spit him out and they throw him on my chest, naked, swollen, purple, and slimy, and screaming his little lungs out. And that, my friends, that's when it's gonna become the realest for me that this is my kid. Of course, he's my kid now, and I love him, and I can't wait to meet him, and I can't wait for him to get here. But that, when they throw him on me and I look at him, I feel like it's really gonna like, boom! You're Anyway, so that was the end of my video. If you made it this far, thank you. I do want to post more videos about the baby or about stuff that has to do with the baby, as in his nursery, making it, decorating it, designing it, organizing it. What's in my hospital bag, labor and delivery. I really hope they let me record, because if they let me record, I'll post it. If not, I'm just gonna have to do a story time. But oops. Anyway, yeah. So if you want to see that, make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell notification button. And not even if you only want to see that, if you want to see my baby when he's born, I'm going to make like little newborn videos. If you want to see the boys do crazy stuff, because I'm going to have vlogs with them in it. If you want to see how my lip gloss company spirals out of control, which it will. No, let me not say out of control. Please don't let it be out of control. But spirals and we get big, which it will. Keep on watching. Or if you want to see more Nike, keep on watching. Just keep on watching, because I'm gonna get better. Right now, I'm starting off. I'm a new YouTuber, but watch. I'm gonna do good. So, if you enjoyed this video, or if I made you laugh, or anything like that, please give me a like and subscribe and hit the bell and comment. and just stick around so that you can become my family, and then we can have those little names that people have, and I can name you guys. Like I don't know yet, but once I get people, they'll let me know. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, like it, subscribe to it, comment on it, and share it. Bye.